Thank you so much for joining us today on Pan-African Television News with me, Ivy Abnadide Nakite. Coming up in the next 1 hour, chaos rocks Parliament over approval of e-levy. We have details of this coming up shortly. Still on our local front, Sammy Gyamfi drags AG to court over mandatory COVID-19 vaccination directive. Do stay for the details of these stories and many more. Thanks for choosing to stay with us. If you just tuned in, you are watching Pan-African Television News. My name Ivy Abnadide Nakite, the news in detail. The communications officer of the National Democratic Congress, Sammy Gyamfi, and 2 others have dragged the Attorney General, the Ghana Health Service, and the Ghana Airport Company to court over compulsory vaccinations at the Kotoka International Airport. The applicants claim that the policy violates the fundamental human rights of Ghanaians, as much research has not gone into the development of vaccines to warrant its mandatory administration.
In the suit, Sammy Gyamfi stated that per information published on the official website of the World Health Organization, all COVID vaccines recommended by the Organization for Emergency Use Listing have an efficacy rate of just 50% or above. He added that another scientific study has shown that COVID-19 vaccinated persons spread the coronavirus disease more than the unvaccinated. Mr. Gyamfi stated that given the fact that the COVID-19 vaccines being forced and mandated by the respondents on all unvaccinated persons who are 18 years and above and are traveling to or from Ghana do not prevent people from contracting the virus or spreading same, for which reason even fully vaccinated and boosted persons are still required to produce a negative PCR test issued within 72 hours of embarkation to Ghana and an additional negative antigen test upon arrival at the Kotoka International Airport. It is the COVID-19 status of a person entering or leaving Ghana that should reasonably be the concern of the respondents and not their vaccination status. In the suit, Mr. Gyamfi asked the court to declare that the directive by the Ghana Health Service threatened fundamental human rights of people as enshrined under Article 21, Clause 1G of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. The service had noted that in the wake of the Omicron variant of COVID-19, all persons 18 years and above arriving in Ghana from December 12 must provide proof of full vaccination. However, Mr. Gyamfi in his post said the directive is an affront to the 1992 Constitution. As such, he pledged to use every legitimate means possible to resist, quote, madness no matter the cause of stigma, unquote. This in the suit, Mr. Gyamfi wants the court to order the Ghana Health Service and authorities at the Kotoka International Airport to put a stop to the directive. The legal practitioner and the other applicants are also demanding a declaration that the impugned directives of the respondents, thus Ghana Health Service, contravene medical ethics and best practices that govern COVID-19 vaccine administration. They also demand a declaration that the impugned directives of the respondents violated Section 2, Clause 1 of the Imposition of Restrictions Act 2020, Act 1012, and Sections 21, 22, and 30 of the Public Health Act 2012, Act 851, and therefore illegal. Meanwhile, a pharmacist and research fellow at the Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, Kwame Sarpong Essiedu, has intimated that mandatory vaccination, according to the laws of the state, is legal. Citing Ghana's Public Health Act 2012 851, Dr. Sarpong Essiedu argued that government has the mandate to make general decisions for the public with regards to health and compulsory vaccination, provided it is not injurious to the health of any individual.
You are watching Pan African Television News here on Pan African Television with me, Ivy Abnadide Nakite. We have more stories after the short break.
It's the most wonderful month of the year, and Ridge Royal Hotel will make it even more superb. Join Let's welcome our brothers and sisters from the diaspora to the historic city of Cape Coast, where it all began. The celebration train begins with a Farmers' Day afternoon jam on December 3 featuring Chirampon Traditional. The Wakanda One City of Return Trade Expo is on from 6 to 12 December. 22nd December is Osabrema Ridge Royal Carol service, and on Christmas Day, the Trinity Music Group will treat you to a fabulous poolside praise. The 27th December Z, or the first of its kind fishermen and fishmongers bash at the pool area. Is also 31st night will be a rollicking time as we enjoy the King's New Year Gala night with the Rock Factory. Truly, December at Ridge Royal Hotel is richly inviting and comfortably yours. Get involved.
Such a happy, happy song.
Now let's do some more local stories. The minority in Parliament says it remains resolute in fighting against the passage of electronic transactions levy tabled by the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Now, addressing the media, ranking member of the Finance Committee, Kasola Toforsin, said despite effort by the majority to table the levy at the committee level, his caucus will battle at the plenary.
We also said that there was a need for us to invite the E-Commerce Association of Ghana for the purposes of them feeding us in as to what they believe will be the negative impact of this bill if it goes through. Again, we also saw last night that the Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana had issued a public notice that they are going to embark on a demonstration. We felt there was the need, at the minimum, to meet with them and listen to them. Because we in the minority believe that our power is with the people, and we are here representing the people. And for any reason, anytime you are going through legislations, there's the need for you to invite public memorandums. And this is most important, a particular bill of this nature that everyone is complaining about. There's the need for us to listen to people. The MPP majority decided not to listen to us. We in the NDC, led by myself, invoke our standing orders, Order 211, that calls for a division. So we subjected the decision to a vote. At that point, the NDC 12 members on the committee voted against it, and the MPP 12 members of the committee, without the chairman, voted in favor of the motion that they should carry it on a certificate of urgency. The chairman decided to exercise his right under the casting vote and voted in favor for us to consider the e-levy and the certificate of urgency. Without understanding the need for us to listen carefully to the people that have issued press releases and others that have submitted memorandum to Parliament. We are sad. We are sad not only because we lost, but we felt that the MPP does not believe in democracy. And if they are determined to do something, they want to push it regardless of the cost. We have said that we do not believe that mobile money transactions should pass. Our posture is that don't tax more. Don't tax more. I want to say that we in the minority will not stop there. We will take the fight to the plenary. We will fight for the ordinary Ghanaian, and we will ensure that e-levy will die today. They can defeat us at the committee, but I strongly believe that when we come to the floor, all the 137 NDC MPs will stand firm with the ordinary Ghanaian in ensuring that e-levy does not see the light of the day. We don't believe in this tax policy. A tax policy that seeks to tax a medium of exchange is a policy that should not be entertained. We have only two types of taxes: either direct tax that seeks to tax income, or indirect tax, which, or in other words, you can call it expenditure tax. This is a tax on a medium of exchange, a tax on pensions, a tax on capital, a tax that cannot be allowed to stand. So our position is simple. We will not compromise. We will not accept dialogue. We are going in with a simple position that we are going to vote against it. We will introduce a number of amendments by ensuring that this tax does not see the light of the day.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Yape Kasugu, John Abdullahi Jinapo, further assured the general public of the Minority Caucus's commitment in ensuring that this obnoxious tax does not see the light of day.
Schedule 2.5, we have not taken a final decision on that, because that is the bone of contention now. And that is specific to say that all individuals, your money in your bank account, when you transfer it through any other individual or transfer it to any other person, they want to tax 1.75. But even more importantly, the minister did indicate to all of you that he was going to engage us further. He told you when he held a press conference. At the meeting, we asked the minister whether he was ready to reduce this obnoxious tax, at least to even pushing Ghanaians. That is to say, even if you won't listen to the NDC, at least would you listen to the people of Ghana, the mobile operators, mobile money operators, and all those in the industry, and reduce it? The minister said that he wanted a certain revenue, and so he would not reduce it. But let me assure the people of Ghana, like the ranking said, the NDC remains resilient, committed, and determined to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian. This is just the beginning. We are poised for the floor, and would encourage you to follow what happens at plenary and on the floor. We'll continue to do that. Thank you very much.
Now, still in Parliament, the Parliament of Ghana descended into chaos after a massive row erupted between the majority and minority caucuses in the House over the filing of a certificate of urgency and the voting rights of the First Deputy Speaker, Joseph Osei Owusu, over the passage of the Electronic Transactions Levy.
The Finance Committee had earlier on passed the Electronic Transactions Levy at the committee level. Hence, by parliamentary procedure, it had been tabled to the plenary under Order 119 of the Standing Orders of Parliament to be treated under a certificate of urgency. Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu contended that the certificate of urgency had not been properly laid because it was not supported by any memorandum, while also introducing some 19 amendments that would in effect render the bill dead on arrival. The House, presided over by First Deputy Speaker Joseph Osei Owusu, however, proceeded to have a division vote in order to determine whether or not the bill should be treated as a matter of urgency, meaning the bill will be attended to in 24 hours as against the 48-hour schedule prescribed by law. In the heat of this, the First Deputy Speaker indicated that he will participate in the voting process, a move whose legality was challenged by Member of Parliament for Bolgatanga East, Dominic Ayini. Joseph Osei Owusu overruled this and thus signaled for the Second Deputy Speaker, Andrew Asiama, who had already voted, to take the chair and preside. This action triggered a reaction from the Minority Caucus, who sought to prohibit the Second Deputy Speaker from taking the chair, with the House descending into a massive brawl.
Well, we have been joined in on phone by our parliamentary correspondent, Gregory Amwa. Gregory, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ivy.
Thank you so much. Kindly brief us on the side in the House yesterday.
Okay, so earlier yesterday, the Finance Committee of Parliament approved the electronic transaction bill at a committee stage, and this bill was to be tabled before the plenary, that in front of all 275 members of Parliament for consideration at the plenary level. Now, what happened was that this time the bill was going to be introduced or tabled before the plenary as a matter of urgency or under a certificate of urgency. Now, the House had initially held a vote, that's by voice vote, to determine whether or not this bill should be tabled as a matter of urgency. Now, during the course of these deliberations, the House had initially voted by voice vote, and then a division was called. Now, by the division, it means there will be a vote count that each member of Parliament was to vote by his name being mentioned and an indication that he had voted whether in favor of the application or against it. Now, in the course of all these deliberations and all these votes, the first deputy speaker, who happened to be presiding on the day, Joseph Osei Owusu, indicated that he was going to vote as part of the members present in the chamber. Now, after the second deputy speaker, Andrew Esiama, had voted, he called on him to come and take the seat so he could go down as a member of Parliament to vote as well, whether or not the bill will be considered as a matter of urgency. Now, in the course of this, the minority caucus got infuriated by this action. So, the moment the second speaker mounted the podium to take the speaker's seat, they also flooded the platform, and then this caused a huge brawl between members of both sides of the House. So that is what happened in the chamber yesterday.
All right, Greg, do you know what necessitated the introduction of the e-levy as a matter of urgency yesterday?
Okay, so matters of urgency are under the Standing Orders of Parliament, and that's the Standing Order 119, and for the purpose of our readers, I'd like to read it to them. Now, Standing Order 119 of the Standing Orders of Parliament says, where it is determined and certified by the appropriate committee of the House appointed in that behalf that a particular bill is of an urgent nature, that bill may be introduced without publication. Copies of the bill shall be distributed to members and may be taken for its pages in one day. So in effect, it says that when a bill is given to a committee of Parliament, which in this case was the Finance Committee, and in their opinion, they say that this bill is of urgent nature and it needs to take precedence over any other bill. Remember, the rules of Parliament is that when a bill is tabled, it cannot be debated until after 48 hours. So in order for this timeline to be moved into the time schedule of one day, that is 24 hours, it means that it needs to be filed under an application as a matter of urgency. So that is the principle of the procedural rule in Parliament that deals with bills that are tabled as a matter of urgency. So that is the scope of that doctrine.
All right, but after yesterday's chaos in Parliament, what consequential directions were given by the leadership?
Okay, so we were told that the House will adjourn and the House will reconvene at 9 a.m. today. We've been here, there has not been any indication that the plenary will be convening anytime soon, but we just finished the press conference with the majority leader, Honorable Osei Chimenza-Bonsu.
What did you say?
He talked on the issues that entered the brawl yesterday and the fact that his caucus had always at every stage and at every point in the business of the House consulted the minority caucus. And he went on to say that even during his tenure as minority leader, never for once was he consulted on any issue by the then majority leader. So he feels that his caucus has done enough when it comes to consensus building between both caucuses in the House. But he said that as time goes on today, many other issues will come up, and happen when they come up, we will get to know them and we will report on that. So as of now, we have been called to the office of the Deputy Minority Leader, the Honorable Kluti Abeki. We sense that it will also center around the issues that happened yesterday and what to look forward to. So for now, we are up, we are 5 late and we are waiting for what the leadership of both corporates will say. So as and when we have these updates, we will really review.
Thank you, Gregory Amwa. That was our parliamentary correspondent. Amwa telling us about the chaos that happened last night in Parliament. He has been telling us more on that. He'll give us more updates in our subsequent bulletin. You are watching Pan-African Television News with me, Ivy Abnadide Nakite. We have more local stories after the short break.
Hello? Oh, okay, why? My wife comes and send a message. Hello? What's happened?
It's a child who's be a quiet, say what? I dare say,
we signed for a friend. I'm so near you. You are not testing messages here. And our officer, so I'm trying to tell you, man. She says, I
mean, so we a guy, Manu, and may young who could look cry. And also wants a family drilling company limited for Kana.
What's it then? Family Dwelling Company Limited.
Ye two borehole, biofuel, biogas, swimming pool, plumbing works in Naso, ye be Frey 0240 333 111 and NASA 0244 144 822.
Miampa and you want to do me fee? Me want to will be BA. Family dwelling now. Family dwelling.
What fashion yala shit?
Me out with that shit.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. Now, still on our local front, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has, in a press release, initiated a temporary travel ban on all travelers to and from Malta, travelers arriving from South Korea and Israel. This announcement comes as a result of a gradual surge in the COVID-19 Omicron variant.
The press release further indicated that the temporary travel restrictions for travelers arriving from South Korea will last for a period of 14 days. Also, the temporary travel restrictions for travelers arriving from Israel will last for a period of 14 days, except in exceptional humanitarian cases or during official travels. Permission would have to be obtained from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration in exceptional cases. The ministry finally urged the public to adhere to the notice accordingly. South Korea has been reported to have recorded 49 new Omicron infections, adding up to a total of 227 cases. Israel has confirmed 14 new Omicron cases, adding up to 175, while Malta is yet to detect a case of the Omicron variant. Israel has confirmed 14 new Omicron cases, adding up to 175, while Malta is yet to detect a case of the Omicron variant.
Up next is business. In business, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obeng, has intimated that his outfit is pushing hard to make this Christmas season enjoyable, one for customers in the trading community amidst the coronavirus pandemic. According to him, Guta will do everything humanly possible to contain prices in the trading sector regardless of the hike in goods and services across the globe.
Most people in Ghana celebrate Christmas from December 24th to the first week in January with lots of different activities. Some Ghanaians also go to church on December 31st to thank God for His immeasurable mercies and pray to be ushered into the ensuing year. People may also use that time to remember those who died during the previous year and pray that the difficulties they may have encountered over the year don't reoccur during the new year. In line with this, Pan-African Television News team interacted with the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obeng, and picked his thoughts on the trading community ahead of Christmas and came through with this report.
3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah, it's our wish to make this Christmas very enjoyable for our customers. That's why we've communicated among ourselves to do everything humanly possible to contain our prices, even in the wake of the high prices globally, and even the cost of shipping lines and all that. Our major wish is to make sure that the Ghanaian consuming public is not surcharged for some of these things, and if even it should go against our profits, to make them also have some smile even in the midst of the COVID. It's our major wish, and we wish them all very well for the Christmas festivities. Yeah.
He also noted that whatever has been recognized by the Ghanaian populace will be justified in order to ensure sustainability in the trading community, equity in all their dealings, and support for government in order to enhance economic growth for the country.
First and foremost, I must say I'm very humbled by this award, and it's going to spur us on I believe that we did it as a team, and the whole team of Kuta is going to make sure that whatever has been recognized by the Ghanaian populace will be justified by continuing the good job that we've been doing. Make sure that we'll be fair in all our dealings, and also make sure that we also support government in any way to advance the cause of governance. And everybody know that Kuta is non-partisan, and we are passionate about our issues, things that pertains the trading community. We do so with all the passion. We come out with our points and we articulate them. And I think this is why the people have observed and trying to reward us, and we are very appreciative of that. We will continue to pursue a good cause that we've chosen for ourselves.
Reporting for Pan African News, Daniel Kwabna Asare.
So, in the world of business, the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers has confirmed a hike in price of their products by 25%, citing high cost of electricity, taxes, as well as high import duties. In an interview, President of the Association, Magnus Nunu, projected a continuous increase in the commodity, saying the cost of doing business in Ghana continues to frustrate operators.
The cost of purified drinking water has increased the situation. Magnus Nunu has attributed to the high cost of production from water, electricity, transport, and introduction of additional taxes. According to the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers, a formal statement is about to issue an appeal to the government on the killer taxes. Meanwhile, the margin of price increase ranges from 25% to 50%. Producers Association of Ghana in November 2021 increased price of the product in the region due to high cost of production.
That's all for business. International news is next.
Oh, it's incredible! Bang on target!
It's the most wonderful month of the year, and Ridge Royal Hotel will make it even superb. Join Let's welcome our brothers and sisters from the diaspora to the historic city of Cape Coast, where it all began. The celebration train begins with a Farmers' Day afternoon jam on December 3 featuring Chirampon Traditional. The Wakanda One City of Return Trade Expo is on from 6 to 12 December. 22nd December is Osabrema Ridge Royal Carol service, and on Christmas Day, the Trinity Music Group will treat you to a fabulous poolside praise. The 27th December Z, or the first of its kind fishermen and fishmongers bash at the pool area. Is also 31st night will be a rollicking time as we enjoy the King's New Year Gala night with the Rock Factory. Truly, December at Ridge Royal Hotel is richly inviting and comfortably yours. Get involved.
Such a happy, happy song.
That's incredible! Bang on target!
Hello?
Oh, Sister Sound.
Okay, why? My wife comes and send a message. Hello? What's happened?
It's a chunk who's will be a quiet say what? I dare say,
Besides, friend of friend, I'm so young. No, I was not testing messages here. And I office so I'm trying to tell you, she says, I
mean, so we a guy manu, and may young who could look cry. And also wants a family drilling company limited for Kana.
What's it then? Family Drilling Company Limited.
Ye two borehole, biofuel, biogas, swimming pool, plumbing works in Yinaso, ye be Frey 0240 333 111 and now says 0244 144 822.
Miampa and no swimming pool me fee. Me want to be here. Family drilling now. Family drilling.
The fascist yala shit.
Me out with that shit.
Hello, information. But ask. Me, I have still not got the money for that list of expensive building materials you sent to me. The price of the iron rods have been increased too much, hadn't they?
Madam, relax. Look, that's not why I even called you. I just visited IPCP, where the engineers told me everything about Trasacco fast floor.
Trawanko, please, those people are expensive. Are they not the people building those big houses in town? I beg going to catch
Madam, in fact, I used to think the same until I visited their office today. And they gave me an estimate of how much it will cost. No, the estimate is real. It's cheaper than the one I even sent you.
Wow.
Building contractors, foremen, masons. Visit IPCP, the Trasacco Fast Floor. Engineers will assist you build an affordable, faster and stronger building.
Madam, it is done.
Wow.
Trasacco Fast Floor, stronger, faster and affordable.
This is a Trasacco construction product.
Front, let's cross over to Thailand and see what is happening.
As for now, I feel like it doesn't really get anywhere, but I'm hopeful. I just want to see this through the end. Definitely the Article 112 should be abolished, and our friends should be free. We should be able to exercise our basic human rights and able to have free speech, since we are declared as a democracy country. we see so many people coming here to support the campaign to abolish the Article 112. We also want to call for justice for our friends in the prison who they aren't convicted for being guilty of defaming the monarchy, but they are in prison right now, so we just want to call for justice for them today as well.
Credit goes to our international partners. The People's Dispatch Sports is next. In sports, Women's Premier League side Pelpia Ladies have been attacked by thugs in their bus following their season opener in Yape yesterday.
Attacked by armed robbers while traveling in a bus after their match against Ampem Dakwa yesterday night on their way to Tamale. According to reports, several gunshots were fired at the team bus after they escaped the attempted attack. However, the playing body and the technical team are safe and no by the bullets aimed at them. According to the assistant coach of the team, the robbers tried to stop the bus, but the driver, upon seeing the danger, sped off to safety. In the process of escaping, several gunshots were fired at the bus.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach Prosper Nate has been adjudged as the 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League NASCO coach of the month for November.
The highly rated coach has been named the NASCO coach of the month for November for his outstanding performance with his team in the Ghana Premier League. In the month under review, the former Wafa SC Gaffer and his Kotoko team remained unbeaten in the Ghanaian top flight league. He beat off competition from Bechem United Kasim Mingle and Nuruddin Amadou of King Faisal. Coach Nathi and his Porcupine Warriors were undefeated from the start of the season and throughout the month of November. He is a NASCO television set as a prize from the Appliance Masters.
Ghanaian-born Norway Alexander Tete has announced his retirement after 17 years of glittering career.
The former Norwich City player last played for boyhood club Rosenborg following a career that saw him play in France for Stade and in England Norwich City, where he was a cult hero. The midfielder gained 3 promotions with Canaries, winning the English Championship playoff at Wembley. The player has thanked his coaches, mates, friends for their
mandatory COVID-19 vaccination us on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at Pan African Television. My name is Ivy Abnadide Nakite. Have a lovely